So, women are not dying because of men. They're dying because of the lack of education to that people. Due to the lack of education that our country presents, we can observe the conduct of on a lot of men mistreating women that are the base of our society. In comparison to European countries, where the numbers are drastically lower, we can see that in their system of education, they have different things. We can see what they do different by consulting some companies like the SIG, which is an organization that concentrates in geographical tests. Tell us, for example, in a country like Germany, that only the 32% of the numbers in mothers are single, but not just the government give to them 1,800 euros yearly to maintain their child, where here in Mexico almost 45% of women are single and the government doesn't do anything or take care for the children. Here we can see this lack of education by the part of the government here in Mexico to the women. Now, well, in places like Spain and Germany, there are several programs which help women. For example, in 2016, the Ministry of Family and Youth in Germany opened a special telephone line only to help women 24 hours against violent crimes. This was a program that Angela Merkel asked for as an obligatory mandate. Also, she implemented a new type of education in the schools that was also obligatory, that consisted in teaching young boys and young girls how to take care of themselves and the other ones. This, since 2016, had become a very important part of the education in Germany, producing, well, that since 2016 the crimes against the women had been reduced at 12% in the charts of the UN. Here we can see, well, a very grateful help that the government of Germany takes to help women. But here is a little bit different. If we can see that they are so much educated that a woman can be the president and director of this country, where here it will be nearly impossible. But, well, now you may be asking, and if not, you are wrong. Okay, no. But you may be asking, okay, that's the government, how can I do something? How can I change? Well, I know this is going to sound awful, but probably you're part of the machismo that it's taking control of our society. But not because of you have conducts against women or against men. It's because you teach your kids and children how to be machistas. You teach them by teaching them this type of stereotypes that we have in our society. The types of stereotypes that women don't work, that the men are the ones who work and feed the family, that the dad needs to do the chores of, for example, hanging on, repairing things, or things like that, and the women do the chores of the house, like cleaning and like that stuff. So these type of things put the machismo since our children are little. Um, but also you can do it subconsciously with little things like, oh, well, your dad works hard for us to have food. Well, if you think of this, your children is going to think that the dad is working so you can eat. And this is where the things get a little bit over control. Now, how can we change this? For example, I was raised by my mother and my grandmother. They taught me that there were things for men and things for women. And you're going to say, okay, so what did you refer? No, you just said that this is wrong. What the hell are you talking about? Well, my mother taught me, for example, she told me, if you want to go and punch a man, go ahead, punch him. Probably he's going to punch you back, but there's no difference. Those are your elections. But if you go and touch a woman, I will punch you. And well, these are those kind of things that are especially for men or for women. You as a man cannot go and punch a woman because you cannot. This is where we enter in the realm of equity instead of equality, because equality is everyone the same, but there are certain capabilities and things that women can do that we can't do, and vice versa. And we can't be equal because it won't be good for us as a society. We need to have equity where everyone has what they need. For example, if you see 3 people, a tall guy, a short guy, and a middle guy, watching television, and they are everyone sitting on the same tall chair. Well, the tall guy probably will be watching. The middle guy, maybe, but the short one, he is not going to see anything. But if you put to the short guy support, a little box, he maybe can sit a little bit taller so he can see. And also the middle one. And the tall one will have no problem because he already sees. This is why we need to have equity, not equality. It's very important for us to change those little things that we teach to the younger audiences, so we can change the general average of our society, and we can really achieve something to our future. Thanks.